like if you look back to Nas's second album, it was written. It's a fucking perfect project in my opinion. But when it first came out, people were like,
"It is a good album."
This ain't Illmatic. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
Do
Nas.
you feel like
show love to Nas?
Is that a gift? The gift and the curse part of having a project like TrapSoul, and especially it's your first project,
right? Yeah, which made it even more
right.
Yeah, crazy. The way I see it now is I'm just like, man, it's there for you to listen to.
Yeah, you can go back and listen to it if you want.
Jay-Z said it best. Like, Nick, can I say?
Say what you want.
Niggas want my old shit, buy my old album. Like, simple as that. Like, if you want that, go get it. Tyler Creator said something like that too. He said something along the lines of like, yo, go get it from the source. Why get the the reproduced version or whatever? Like, you know what I mean? It's pure over here. So just go listen to that. You know what I mean? And if your favorite artist or whoever it is that you supporting ain't putting out anything else like that, then shit, I guess go find another artist to listen to.
Yeah, I also think too, like, you gotta grow, man. Like, at the end of the day, like you said, you've seen places that you didn't see before you recorded your first album, so you've lived a lot of life. You know what I mean?
I have.
100%.
Y'all show your love.
So listen, that was actually a Bootleg Kev. Shout out to Bootleg Kev. And he was interviewing Bryson Tiller just a few years ago. And he was asking him about, he was talking about his album at the time, but kind of wanted to get his feedback on TrapSoul, because it was such a good album. And I think people kind of go through that rigor of like, we're artists, like wanting to see this, listen to the same thing twice because it was so good. It was so good, man. So if y'all don't know, y'all know who it is, man. It's the one and only Omar Hughes representing Showing Love. And this time around, we're talking about my man Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller TrapSoul, 2015. One hell of an album. One hell of a class. Well, I don't know. I was kind of in between, like saying, can you say it's a classic now? I don't know, because it's only 10 years old, so it's not like it hasn't. I mean, it's aging, right? It is aging, but has it aged enough to where you can actually put it in the category of being a classic? I'm not too sure. But what I can definitely tell you is, if you want to make an album and you want to kind of stamp yourself as a different sound, you want to stamp yourself as being an individual and coming out the gate swinging, which is really ironic because he's from Kentucky. I think he's from Louisville, Kentucky. So, you got the Louisville Slugger. So, come out the gate swinging. I think that was me just kind of putting shit together. But he did a really good album on TrapSoul. So I kind of wanted to give y'all, like always, just a little introduction to the artist before we get into it. But like always, y'all know who it is, man. It's the one and only Omar Hughes representing Showing Love. And we taking it up to Kentucky this time around. We taking it up to Louisville. I've never been there before. Hopefully I can have an opportunity to travel. And we going to talk about my man Bryson Tiller and his debut album being TrapSoul. So this will be my first time actually doing, like, I guess an R&B album. I wanted to kind of, do, R&B. Definitely do something that was different. But this album right there, it stuck with me because it's a really good album. Sonically, when it came out, it was nothing like it. I feel like when he hit the scene, it was fucking magnified times 10. Like, in 2015, everybody was listening to his shit. Everybody wanted to listen. The Don't was in heavy rotation on all radio, and everybody was trying to find that space on the record when he say Don't. We gonna take it all the way to Kentucky this time around. But listen, before we get into the album, y'all know what it is, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all drop a comment. If it's any albums y'all want to talk about, I really want to get into having that, like, dialogue with the individuals and the people that's watching the videos and the people that real watch the videos, or just like any ideas or any commentary. Y'all make sure y'all shoot me an email. You know what I'm saying? showinglovealways@gmail.com. Y'all make sure y'all hit me up on the Twitter. Not the Twitter. Why do I always say that? I don't even have a fucking Twitter. Make sure y'all hit me up on Instagram. Make sure y'all hit me up on TikTok. Make sure y'all hit me up on YouTube. That's my main platform. I probably hit you up between there and the Gmail. So make sure y'all drop a comment, like, comment, subscribe. Y'all let me know what other albums that y'all love to listen to. I was actually talking to my friend Lou the other day, and he was like telling me to go review albums. I'm like, dog, there's so many albums in the world of music. I could go for days, and it's stuff that I won't think about. A lot of times I'll be listening to an artist or a song, and then I want to do a review on them, or maybe it's something. It's really based on what I'm listening to, and come across, just my radar. So I only have 2 ears. I need some of y'all to tell me what else is out there. I would love to talk about it, and y'all put me on some new shit. You know, that's what it's about. But besides that, man, y'all know what it is, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna get into it, man. My man Bryson Tiller, we gonna take it back from 2026 all the way to 2015, and we gonna start there. So this album was actually released September 25th, 2015, to be exact. So it's about 10 years old. That's why I say I couldn't really see if I can label it as a classic. But y'all let me know if it will be. Do y'all feel like it has classic or potential? Is it classic material? Is it one of those albums you can go back and it always feels like it's your first time listening to it? Is it no skips? I know for a fact there's no skips. I listened to it 4 times. I ain't skipped nothing. I ain't want to skip nothing. To kind of get on the map, he actually released a mixtape, and the mixtape was called Killer Instinct Volume 1. It had about 21 songs on it, and from that 21, I think it kind of got him going. But in between that, life started happening, and I think he had a daughter. Just inconsistencies with music, and he wasn't really sure if he wanted to make music, but he ended up, making the song Don't. And I had a friend tell him, hey, you just one hit away. You one hit away. Just make sure that you just keep going. You know what I'm saying? So he was having his inconsistencies. And then he uploaded Don't on SoundCloud. It's from what I can remember researching. And then from there, it just kind of went crazy. So he uploaded that in 2014. So the album was actually recorded from 2014 to 2015, put out in 2015. And once Dope hit SoundCloud, like, it became a snowball effect. From there, he was able to get co-signs from Drake and Timbaland. He was talking about in a time that he was talking to Timbaland, and Timbaland didn't like none of the songs that he was presenting to him off of the album. Like, he just was like, nah, this ain't it. You might need to go back to the drawing board. You might need to go record some more records. But what he wanted to do is he was like, man, I think these are good songs. So sometimes, even though somebody that may have a little bit of insight and being in the industry and they have some teeth in the game, sometimes you got to follow your heart. So I'm glad my man Bryson followed his heart, put out the album, and the shit went crazy. Like I stated, I feel like it's going to be a classic. It hasn't fermented and matured enough to say it is, but I eventually do naturally believe later down the line we'll say, yeah, that's one of those. And it'll grow on everybody. If it hasn't grown already, it definitely will grow on everybody. So show some love to my man Bryson, show some love to Drake, show some love to Timbaland, show some love to SoundCloud. Anybody that had a hand in the pot to get them to that point, I think is always applaudable, right? The singles that kind of got you into being a fan of Bryson Tiller, everybody loves these singles. You got Don't, which is a big hit. That's the one that kind of like put the wind in the sails to get it to where it needs to go, like I stated before. And then you had Exchange. That was a good one too. Exchange is a great song. The whole album is a great album. You don't have to skip it. Like, I do reviews, and most of the times I like to do reviews on albums that I naturally listen to, and you don't have to skip. Sometimes there's a couple in there that's, you might have to skip. This one, I wholeheartedly, and I say this, you don't have to skip it. I believe to this day, you can't really duplicate a Bryson Tiller sound. Like, a Bryson Tiller song, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has his own sound. I mean, it's sonically pleasing, and it's like a mix between, when he first started, between, like, that's why I call it TrapSoul, because it's a mix between the trap beats with R&B singers mantra on it, right? So and then he's able to rap in between these songs too. So he kind of juggles both, but he does a relatively good job, not overpowering either one, but also giving you a little bit of balance between the two, which is lovely. I love an artist that can do that, and then coming out the gate, being able to showcase that talent, I think was able to make him last so long to this point. I mean, he has a mystique about himself that I feel like kind of now has been overshadowed, because we're in a space of content where you need to consistently put. But for him, I think it's like he can come and go as he pleases, because the music is so good, and maybe he doesn't want to be in the media as much as other artists, but I think it works for him. And I think we need to bring that mystique back a little bit. Like, give yourself a little bit of time for everybody not to be all in your shit. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, come and go as you please, put out what you want, leave people guessing a little bit, and just make sure the music is good, man. Let's get back to the music being good. I'm not saying that it's not, but I used to anticipate albums coming out. I need to anticipate another album coming out relatively soon. I need that. You know, I need that back in music. I think we all can agree. That's the situation. But anyway, back to Trap Soul. I was getting off topic, but great sound, great artist, came out swinging out the gates, and those were the lead singles for the album. Then transitioning from the singles, you can get into the album itself. So I believe the album has 14 tracks, and then you have the intro. There's an interlude on it. Relatively, the interlude's like a song, but you got 14 songs, no skips. 14 songs, no skips. And they did relatively good. You know, it wasn't a lot of information on Trap Soul because it's building what it's going to be, and it's still getting numbers. I mean, it's still streaming. I mean, it has a long, not necessarily says it's got a long way to go, but it's got so much more to build up. So it wasn't too much information that I can find on it in regards to numbers. But I know Don't was big. I know he was able to be granted, I'm not gonna say granted, he was nominated for Grammys from Trap Soul. He had 3 Grammy nominations. Unfortunately, he didn't get any, he didn't win any awards, but he was nominated, which still is in a league of its own to be nominated. That's just it kind of solidifies what you did is great. And then also in that same year, he was actually able to have a really big, feature with Rihanna and DJ Khaled on Wild Thoughts. So you have Trap Soul, you have the feature with Rihanna, and that does relatively well. So that's good. That's good. Like I said, it ended up peaking, it ended up charting, and it did what it had to do. And I know in 2020 it actually, by that time, it had sold 3 million units. So, in 5 years it went 3 times platinum. So it's gonna keep building momentum. It's gonna keep getting more status, more streams. And y'all know what it is. Y'all keep streaming that up. When you get a chance, maybe you haven't listened to Trap Soul recently, make sure y'all put that in the playlist. Going from just like the body of work, the 14 songs, the singles, let's kind of get into just some commercial accolades in the performance. So of course, his second single, Exchange, peaked at 26 on the Billboard. Once again, that was nominated for a Grammy for Best R&B Song. Sorry Not Sorry was released as the 3rd single, and that went to be number 67 out of the Hot 100. And something else he also did within that same year, he actually wrote a song for Chris Brown on his album Royalty. The name of that song is called Proof. So you got the track with DJ Khaled, Rihanna, you got Trap Soul coming out, then you're able to do something big with Chris Brown. So within that first year, Bryson Tiller checked off a lot of boxes that a lot of artists would like to. So show some love to Bryson Tiller when y'all get a chance. And like I stated, y'all go do that. Y'all go stream up that Trap Soul 15. Something that I feel like actually that I noticed on this album that I'm actually a big fan of, and I know it's routine in music, but for me, it was just the relation between a lot of records and the samples that he used. So he used a lot of samples that I actually love from a lot of artists. So he used Jodeci, he sampled Swing My Way, he sampled Drake and Omarion off of So Far Gone. He sampled Street Fighter, which to this day I don't even think nobody even sampled a video game that I like, that kind of resonates with me. So the samples that he used were just beautifully sampled, and brought him to modern day at that time. And I think that was just something that I just want to applaud him for, because not to say that it's not unique, because it's very unique in those, because it happens all the time in music. People sample all the time, but I just want to give praise and show some love to just being able to do it in a way that it was really hidden, but it's right there in front of your face, if that makes sense. So shout out to my man Bryson Tiller. That was a big thing there. I was able to find from him is just some of those people that actually influenced him. So he said Omarion was a big influence for him. The Dream was a big influence for him. R. Kelly, Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Drake, Jasmine Sullivan, Usher, Beyonce, Jay-Z, like basically anybody that's superbly notable and that's done anything in music. He said that these are some people that have heavily influenced him on the writing aspect of music, how to tailor his songs, how to write a song, and just, being just impactful in regards to being able to make really good music. And those are really good artists. So show some love to everybody that's been impactful for him as an artist, and show some love to those artists too, because that's what it's all about. But outside of that, like I stated, it wasn't too much. I can find on TrapSoul for the numbers aspect. I didn't want to kind of overflow with numbers, but y'all let me know. My main question is, do y'all think this is a classic, and are you a fan of Bryson Tiller? And if you are, what are some of your favorite songs off the album? Of course, some of my favorite songs off the album are just like Don't, Exchange, Sorry Not Sorry, It's Been That Way, Rambo. Like, the whole album in itself is I don't have no skips. I really like the whole album. I can't say that I don't like one song. I like every damn song on the album, just to be totally honest with you. But y'all tell me some of y'all favorites, and I need y'all to put that on y'all playlist. I need y'all to put it in the playlist. I need y'all to tell me what y'all favorite songs are, and do you feel like it's a no skip? That's the biggest thing too. If you feel like it's a skip in there, tell me which one and tell me why, and then we'll be able to create dialogue off of that. But outside of that, man, y'all know what it is. It's Omar Hughes representing Showing Love. I wanted to step up. I wanted to talk about my man Bryson Tiller. We wanted to show love to TrapSoul. We wanted to give y'all just a little bit, take y'all back to 2015. And give y'all something that y'all may not have, heard in a while. But like always, y'all know what it is. It's the boy Omar Hughes representing Showing Love. Y'all make sure y'all show some love. Make sure y'all play y'all favorite music. Make sure y'all, just listen to that music and stream it up. But like always, we're gonna end it right here. Till next time, it's the one and only Omar Hughes representing Showing Love. We taking it up to Kentucky, Louisville. Shout out to my man Bryson Tiller. Y'all put that on the playlist. Y'all know what it is, man. The one and only Omar Hughes. Till next time. Let's get it.
Y'all show your love.